Hello everyone, this is Camille with Mimi Journals, and today I just wanted to share with you guys all the different things that I got on my New York trip. So I'm sure a bunch of my videos, or at least hopefully a bunch of my videos coming up, will be like scrapbooking and just different like journaling things for the trip. And so I figured I would share my souvenir haul because most of it is stationery stuff anyways. A little bit of it is just like, I don't know, like regular souvenirs or just like hobby stuff. But for the most part, it's directly related to stuff on this channel. So I figured this was a cool way to show it, to document it. So the first thing I did, this is a traveler's notebook that is like $12, I think, from Barnes & Noble. It comes with 3 inserts in it, and you have grid paper, you have blank paper, and then you have lined paper, and then it also comes with a little zip pocket. So I got this right before the trip, but then I was at the Oculus in New York City, and they had a Moleskine shop there, and so they, for $5, had you could not embroider, what's the word, get it imprinted. I can't think of words. Anyways, so that was the first thing I wanted to show off because it's just really cool and really pretty and just kind of unique to the trip. So this is the journal that I will be scrapbooking the whole trip in. I normally do it the day of, but I really just didn't have time. So this back insert, I'm not going to show you what I wrote, but it was all my health tracking because that's just something important in my life right now. This one, the blank, I really am on the fence about what I'm going to do with it. I might not even fill it, to be honest. And then this is the one that I'm going to at least write the summaries of the trip in and scrapbook like pictures in and stickers and all that different stuff. So I kind of set it up a little bit with the dates and just like a vague acknowledgement. It was really hard to find stickers in New York, which was really surprising to me because I thought stickers were like a normal like souvenir thing, but maybe that's just a Northwest thing, I don't know. But that's that. And then I have little memorabilia that I have to keep with it to put in there. So at the Moleskine store, I got this sketch pad is what it was called, and I think it's 120 GSM or something like that, but I'm super excited to use it. I wanted to draw in New York, but again, I didn't have time. But the paper is really smooth and buttery, but it's a little bit thicker. It's more like the Leuchtturm paper, and it's super nice. So I'm really excited for this. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it, but I'm definitely going to use it soon. I also got a new sketchbook right before the trip, so we'll see how quickly I get to it, but you know, person with hobbies, so I have a lot of stuff. Field notes is something that I'm sure a lot of you guys who are into journaling already know about, but I just went to a really cool journaling store called Goods for the Study, and I got these there because I wanted to get something there, and I use field notes. I started to use field notes anyways, and then I also got this really cute cat card. It was just cute art that I enjoyed, and it's just like for souvenir purposes. I'm probably gonna scrapbook it into my New York journal. So that's those. I will do all the journaling stuff first. That way, for you guys who are not interested in the rest, you don't have to look at it. But we went to Tavern on the Green, which is in Central Park, and they had a little gift shop there, and they have the notebooks that I use, but all New York themed. So I thought that was extremely cute and just a good way to remember the trip. So I got those. It has one that looks like the city, one that looks like a map, and then one that obviously looks like this. And I think they're dot grid, blank, lined, and graph. Okay, so you get one of each. This next part is the part that I am like super excited about. Well, actually, I will show you one more before, which this is also really adorable. But we went to the Cooper Hewitt, I don't know if I'm saying that right, design museum. This bag is like really cute to me. And so again, I'm a fan of getting souvenirs. So I got this really cute little journal. I just really liked the design. Which it's from a design museum, so that's not a surprise. And it's simple lined paper, but I write so much that I was like, I'm bound to have a use for it. And yeah, not a lot to say there, but it kind of has that like velvety matte feel to it, and it's not puffy, but it's like the tiniest bit of like a give. But it's just really nice. And this is a map that I will use to scrapbook with of the Met. We went there. We'll see what I can do with this bag. So the part, like I was gonna say, that I'm super excited about is we went to the Harry Potter store, and I am a big fan of Harry Potter, so I had a hard time not spending a ton of money. I was actually pretty good, all things considered. I could have walked away with much more, but I wanted to get some of the art, so luckily they had cheaper postcards to grab some of that. No stickers, which drives me nuts, but that's okay. I got these. So they are postcards that are themed the Daily Prophet. So super excited about these, because these will be just so unbelievably adorable in my journals. And let's see here. Oh my gosh, this box is so cute. Look at that. How's those like gold dots, and it looks like a little envelope. Oh, it's adorable. Okay, and then this is what the back of them look like. They're all the same on the back, which I kind of like the back, surprisingly. I usually don't on postcards. Let's see here. These are pretty sizable and very nice, high quality, good thickness, semi-glossy, but just absolutely gorgeous. The Harry Potter store was definitely one of my all-time favorites of the trip as far as shopping goes, which shouldn't be a surprise because of how much I love Harry Potter, but they just had so much incredible stuff. They did not have a night bus ticket though, which was bizarre to me, because you would think that like that's actually a pretty like common like stationery thing from the show that people like love. They had the 9 3/4 ticket, but I think those are pretty easy to come by, so I didn't worry about getting one. And then I almost got one of the acceptance letters, but they didn't have like the generic ones. They only had where you paid $25 and got it personalized, and I'm like, I don't want to pay that much for one letter. Like I wanted like a pack of them, and them all be like the Harry Potter ones. So I was a little bit bummed that they were so limited with that, because obviously, like, as you can tell, I'm very into getting stationery stuff, so I was hoping they had a little bit more of what I could use for that. But I got these two journals, which I am just like over the moon about. So obviously they are replicas of the textbooks, but they are just blank journals. It looks like there's a website, which I didn't see that until now, at www.minalima.com. I wonder if there's more options on there or something, but I had a really hard time choosing. They had a whole bunch. Obviously they had like the potions book, and like this is History of Magic, but they had the other history one. They had a couple, and I almost got each one, but I was like, I need to show some self-control, so I just got these two. But it looks like exactly like the book, which makes me extremely happy. So I also wish that they had dot grade options. That would have been cool, but they're all lined, which is kind of the standard. It has the gold foiling on the edge, which is a nice touch. But yeah, I'll definitely be using these. I would love to use these for, or I'd love to use this one for like creative writing versus journaling, just because it is like the book of like the tales of Beetle and the Bard. So it would be a perfect cover for that. So I'm definitely considering that, but I'm one of those people who, as much as I love creative writing, I'm not very like confident about it, and so I have a hard time writing it physically. Like, I can write it digitally and be like, ah, whatever, and then just delete it. But I have a hard time writing physically creative writing stuff because I'm just like, oh, that sounds dumb or whatever. But we'll see. That was kind of the intentionality behind this one, is to maybe give myself some motivation to get back into that. When I was younger, I wrote a book. Well, I got 120 pages into writing a book, and then I stopped back when I was like 17 or whatever. But I actually do love creative writing. I don't know. Well, I love world building, and I love character like building and all that kind of stuff. But definitely like having a plot that is consistent and like good pace is something that I don't really consider my strength, but I digress. I got these two for scrapbooking, which I am like just crazy happy about. So like most people who love Harry Potter, I'm obsessed with the Marauder's map. And I almost got the map itself, but the reality is I wanted to be able to like scrapbook. So this is the Marauder's map gift wrap paper, and it was only $8, whereas obviously the map itself was something like $35 or $40, and I would feel miserable cutting that up. So finding this gift wrap was absolutely perfect, because I still get to really enjoy the art, and I get to use it as I please without feeling bad about it. And it was a really good price, I feel like, for the amount I get. It's pretty thick in there, so very excited for that. I also have always loved this design. It's the wall in Sirius Black's house, the Black family tapestry. So I actually have a scarf of this that I used to hang. And so it's fun to have the wrapping paper of it too, because I can scrapbook with it, and it's absolutely stunning. I think that's Bellatrix right there. So yeah, so that store was one of my all-time favorite things, shopping wise. I also got 2 keychains, so we're about to get into the non-stationary stuff. I got 2 keychains. One is the Gryffindor points, which is super cute. I really love this. I do wish that the sand was a more bright red, but it's still really beautiful. I also got this because I love like things that look like coins, like big coins like this. To the point where I even considered like designing one on my own, but I don't know why anyone would buy them. But let's see here. Magical Congress of the United States of America, and then it says New York on the bottom, which was one of the other reasons why I got it, because I wanted something that said New York on it. And I just find like the whole like big coin thing gorgeous. And then this, which I'm guessing is a reference to Fantastic Beasts, but I honestly don't remember. Like, I've watched those movies, but I don't remember this specifically. And it just says like, let's see, 0 threat, low threat, moderate threat, high alert, danger, severe unexplained activity, and emergency. So maybe that's in the Ministry of Magic somewhere. I'll have to watch those movies again and see if that's a reference to something. But anyways, it's gorgeous. So I got those. I collect these guys. I don't really know what you call them. I don't know if they're like aliens or something. But I have 3 in my car, and the first one is named Stan, like Stanley, because I'm a nerd. And the second one is named Steve because my cousin kept calling Stan Steve on accident. So when I got a second one, I'm like, okay, the second one has to be his cousin Steve on behalf of my cousin. And then the third one, which I got not that long ago, maybe a couple months ago, is named Saffron because we're like, okay, the first two have S names, so the third one needs to have an S name. And that's what my friend came up with, so that's his name. So Stan, Steve, and Saffron live in my car. And then this one, which is the one, they come in like these little mystery boxes, and there's like 6 or 8 different ones that you could get, and you just obviously don't know because it's mystery. But this is the one I wanted from the mystery box that I got. He looks like he's sneaking around. It's very cute. Don't have a name for him yet. We were saying that maybe I should name him after the photographer that I ran into in New York. Which would have been pretty funny. His name was Mendez something. But that's a story for a different time. But anyways, there's that. And I'll show you this one I didn't get in New York, but this is the other one I have. It's the melting clocks. So cute. Anyways. Then we went to the Met, and I wanted a souvenir from the Met, and I love cards and I love photography, so this seemed like the right fit. The only thing I was a little bummed is because obviously, you know, you can't open it until after you buy it. It says New York in photographs. I thought that the different cards would have different photographs on them, so I thought I was getting like a collection of New York photographs, but it's literally just these 2 photos, which is a little bit of a bummer. It's not like the end of the world, but yeah, the whole deck is just 1 photo. They're still very pretty, and it's still like cool to have photos of New York as a souvenir, but it's definitely simpler than I expected. Then I ended up getting another card deck, again, because I would have rather had stickers or whatever, but I couldn't because they didn't have them. And I even asked for postcards because they did have those in the display, but they ran out. So there was this like famous tavern that we went to called the Dead Rabbit, and it's owned by these 2 Irish brothers, and they had like moved here from the States after making a good business out in Ireland, and they had like 2 awards. It was like the best tavern in the United States or in the world or something crazy, and they won it twice, and I could see why. Like, it was like really extremely good, like authentic Irish food, and like the drinks were just like unbelievably delicious, and just the whole atmosphere was amazing. So I like loved that place. I grabbed one of the coasters so that I would have that to scrapbook with, which I don't know where it went, but I'm gonna have to find it in my stuff. And yeah, and then I got this deck of cards. So if you can see, it's probably a little bit hard to see on camera, but that is their logo, which I love, and I wish that they had like big fat stickers of it. And then the art on the other side is pretty cool. So I was very happy with this purchase. Let's see, show you the face cards, because obviously those are the cards that have the cool art on them. Yeah, so not a ton to say there other than the fact that it's a pretty awesome deck of cards that I was very happy I purchased. And it's a good keepsake for a positive memory on the trip. So that is that. So cool. I am Irish. Well, I'm mixed, but a good portion of that mix is Irish. So I'm definitely a fan of Irish culture and all that kind of stuff. Especially my grandpa. My grandpa was like practically a pure-blood Irishman, and he's very, very proud Irish. And so I grew up around that. So that was another reason why I really cared about getting a souvenir. from that place, as it was kind of like a nod to my family origin too, and my grandpa. So that was pretty cool. Pretty cool. We'll see. I might end up trying to find the art online and printing it out as a sticker myself, just for my scrapbook. We will see. You guys will probably see a video about that. And then the last thing that I got is a whole bunch of film. So one of my many hobbies is photography. Oh, here it is. Here's the coaster from the Dead Rabbit that I got from the table. It's so, so cool. It has a very like Donnie Darko vibe. Yeah. But yeah, photography is something I'm extremely into, and a while back I started to get into film, but it's been a very slow process getting into film for a couple of reasons. One being budget, two being I live in the Northwest, and the Northwest isn't super conducive to it in the sense of like you gotta go on the right day for the right weather kind of thing. But we were at Russ and Daughters, which is like a famous, like, not bakery, but like, you know, fancy meats and bagels and stuff like that. And then literally right next door, there was a whole display of tons of film. And I was like, what? Like, because I had went to B&H Photo, which is like super famous, like massive camera store, and they had like not a lot of film at all. They had a whole film section, but they were running out of film. So I got these from B&H, these three. So two of the Retrochrome 400, which is a color stock. But I don't think it's like super high quality necessarily. And then this is the film that came with the disposable camera that I got, which is Pan 400 Kentmere black and white film. So obviously I finished one roll, and that was all I was able to do film wise. I'm very like, because film is so expensive that I tend to be pretty particular about the film photos that I take, just because I don't want to waste. But this is a reusable disposable film camera, and they're pretty awesome. It's like, you can hear that, it's practically a toy. But it was such a fun experience being able to use this in New York and just snap photos whenever I wanted. Just carried it around in my pocket, and it's just so lightweight. I mean, it's just a piece of plastic, but it's very like 90s vibe and everything. And it's just, it's so much fun. I really wish I had had more of an opportunity to use it. Right now it's loaded with Fujifilm 200, and I'm hoping that I will get a chance to use it. But yeah, like I said, I got a bunch of film stocks. So film is really hard to come by nowadays. We're just kind of running out basically, and it's also kind of expensive. So when you can find it, like, jump on it. So I got 3 Kodiak Golds, and then 2 stacks of Fuji, and then I have one more black and white left from that came with the camera. So yeah, the black and white film came with the camera, and the camera was only $20, so that was a pretty good deal. Or maybe it was 30, but it's still a good deal, because normally film rolls are $15 a piece, just for some context. Save a lot of money. So yeah, we will see what I'm able to make happen with all of this film. But I am so happy that I was able to stock up. So that was like a major blessing, like awesome find, just totally stoked. I was planning on journaling the whole time while I was there, and that didn't happen. But I'm gonna use my Polaroid printer to print out some pictures from the trip, like personal pictures of like the group and like what we were doing. As far as street photography, I'm gonna edit all those photos on my computer and then load them at least the good ones, up to Instagram. So I can leave my photography Instagram in the description below if you guys are interested in seeing that. As far as like scrapbooking photos, you'll be seeing those in later videos. So if you watched to the end, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. I really enjoy making these videos for you, and I am excited to continue to share my hobbies with you. And yeah, you will hear from me later. All right, bye.